likes to eat jellyfish.
That's what we saved it for last. Interestingly enough, the largest turtle in the world, which would be the leatherback, feeds predominantly on jellyfish.
Wow.
And that's the one that we would more often find offshore. So south shore of Long Island, offshore, you can see them throughout the summer.
Right.
And fall, you'll see them out. The leatherback is different in the sense that it feeds predominantly on jellyfish. It also has the ability to regulate its body temperature to some degree. So you will also find them as high up as Nova Scotia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I want to get back to the strandings.
Okay.
So the young turtles are coming in, and they're getting kind of stuck here when the water temperature changes?
Yeah, what would really happen is you have turtles here all summer, and they're just kind of swimming around doing their thing, feeding. If we have a drastic cold snap, or if they don't leave here early enough in the season, the water temperature will drop down to about 50 degrees or 10 degrees Celsius, and that's the temperature that we consider these animals becoming cold stunned, is what we call it, which is just like hypothermia for us. And what will happen is they start to become sluggish, and they become really lethargic. They start to float on the surface, and then the predominant wind direction will push them up on the beaches. We have found them all around Long Island. So it's not really like there's one spot where you can find turtles, but there does appear to be a hot spot for cold stunned sea turtles, which is between Riverhead and Orient Point, right in that area right there. So I think we're
on the
North
Sound.
Fork.
Okay.
So on Long Island Sound. So it's the north-facing beach on Long Island Sound, and they wash up in that area. And what we do is we have lectures throughout the year where we can educate the public about what to do if they see a turtle. But we can do that right now and educate the public. The first thing you do when you see a turtle is call the hotline number.
What's the number again?
The 631-369-9829. They should put that in their cell phone right now, because I guarantee if they don't, they're going to need it.
And where could they get these cards if they, like me, they want to have one on their boat or in their car or whatever?
Well, there's a couple of ways you can get those cards. One is you can call the foundation. You can become a member. By becoming a member of the foundation, we'd send you one of those cards. You adopt a seal or a sea turtle. Those are other ways that you can get it. You can also go to our website, and we do have it on our website in a PDF.
Oh, they can just download it.
So they'll have this one is laminated, so it's somewhat waterproof. But so it works for that environment. But getting back to what the public should do if they're on the beach. And the key component is you're walking down the beach, anytime, day or night, a turtle can wash up. We always say to go out there right after high tide, because it gives you the most opportunity for an animal washing up, that you would be able to look at the beach. And you walk right along the rack line, which is where you see all the seaweed and everything else kind of build up. If you walk along there and just look for a turtle that might be there. If you see a turtle, call us. We don't really want you to do anything else other than that, other than let us know that the turtle's there. If, for example, you came across the turtle and say it was on its back, so it's the curved part of its shell was down, you might want to turn them over. Don't ever assume that a turtle that has no signs of life is dead. We have had animals that have had no outward signs of life. We weren't even able to detect a heartbeat, and we were able to revive them. So always treat every one of those animals during this time of year that are coming up as though it's alive. I mean, there's some obvious exceptions. A turtle without a head is pretty much dead. So I mean, that's kind of. But make sure that you call us anyway, because we still want to know about that turtle as well. So any animal that comes up, we would want to know about.
Now, this turtle behind you, I don't know if the cameras can catch that, but he's got a lot of barnacles and stuff on him. Was he in danger for a while? Or, I mean, that's not a natural...
Yeah, for one, this is a green sea turtle. This is kind of what the head would look like on the turtle that we have over here. But you can see it's got a narrower head, but the barnacles on here are kind of indicative of the animal swimming around probably a little more slowly, so they're able to attach. It's interesting because they carry where they go. If they're just kind of meandering very slowly, they'll carry a lot of information with them. And we've been working with a number of other researchers to collect a lot of these samples and be able to kind of figure out where they might have come from. Maybe it's a different species from those areas. So this can also tell us a lot of information. But in most cases, it would be an animal that was with that many barnacles on it that would be compromised. Also, there's some evidence that these animals might actually be hanging out down in the mud, in the bottom layer, a lot more. So you'll see them kind of encrusted in mud. You'll see seaweed, not just barnacles, but you'll see seaweed different algae that are growing on there. So once again, I mean, it might look like an animal that is really just kind of flat out. Get us involved and we'll be able to come out and bring it back and try to rehabilitate it at our facility.
We're running out of time. Do you have any last comments that you could want to share with the public?
Well, what's really important is that, for one, get out there on the beach and see what's going on around us and enjoy the wonders that we have out there. And when you're out there, make sure that we're picking up and cleaning up after the marine debris that's out there, because that's another cause of mortality for these animals. I mean, they're out there and they're going to interact with it, and it could be fatal.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you,
You're going to come back again.
Yes, I'll come back. Sure. Real soon.
If you guys have any questions or comments on today's show, or any environmental problems or solutions you might like to see on a future show, send me an email, keepingitgreen@optonline.net. Thanks.